Greetings and blessings. Crawford Ashley here, the spiritual boxing. I'm going to talk about boxing again, as I always do. Well, specifically the Ex Boxers Hall of Fame, Leeds Ex Boxers Hall of Fame. Nicky Manners sent me a message yesterday asking me if I'd been invited. No, I haven't. I did a video a while ago about not being wanted, and it's just coming back again, and it kind of like doesn't surprise me at all. From day one, I can say, in the boxing game, I haven't been liked. Maybe because I'm kind of a bit unruly. You know, I live my life by my rules. And these people in authority, or so-called authority, believe they've got control over me. And I remember talking to a friend of mine, and he said to me, I achieved what I achieved in boxing despite everybody, despite the boxing board of control trying to keep me down, despite the establishment, despite my promoters and my managers just ripping me off. Why? Favoritism. Again, I'm a fighter, you know, I'm a Rasta, and I believe it's the Rasta thing that they don't like. They're frightened of it. And they're frightened of it because I will not fit into their box. You know, it's fascinating how you don't really have to say anything, you just have to watch. And now the guy who's heading the Leeds Ex Boxers, Mr. Vince Flynn, I know why you've got a problem with me. Remember the Sportsman pub when you put Henry Wharton's poster up there? What happened? Nobody went in. Why? Because he wasn't a local. You know, you had to put me up to get people to come back in. That's why my picture was up at the Sportsman pub. For business, only business. You know, use my image because you were making money out of it. That's kind of sad, that. And then you talk to me like you're some kind of hero. No, I know who you are, you know, I know what you're about, and that's why you don't like me. And that's why I think a lot of these people in the things, I know who they are, I know what they are. And that's one reason why I took up boxing, because at the end of the day, it's down to me and my hands and what I do in the ring. And like I say, if I had 36 minutes to make the decision conclusive, if I don't, I can't complain, I can't whinge, I can't moan. And I knew that from being a kid. There's people who perceive they have authority over you, who can affect your life. Some can. But the one thing they can't ever take away from me, I box Michael none. In my profession, in the pursuit I aim for, I got to the very, very top. With you lot all trying to pull me down. You can call it racism, you can call it whatever you want. I call it favoritism. I walk with my head held high, you know, and all I can say to these people out there, when I walk the streets of Leeds, the amount of love I get from people and strangers is amazing. And I'd like to thank you all for that, because it makes me feel good. Even when I've been down and depressed and gone out, somebody will always come over, smile, shake my hand and say thank you. And nobody can take that away from me. Nobody. You know, boxing is an amazing sport, and I absolutely love it to bits. I've got my boy training at the moment, so I don't want to say too much, because I don't want them to do to him what they did to me. Would I have been a great? Well, Bob Paget, who is well known in boxing, said my story is not about who I boxed, it's about who would not box me. You know? Tommy Hearns 3 times, Mike McCallum twice. That's just 2 of the legends. And I know in my heart I'd have beat both of them. Roy Jones, another one. I got dropped out of the rankings because they didn't want me to fight him from number 2 to number 15. After I boxed Dominguez, who were number 4. So you tell me, did somebody make a phone call? I did that one, another video about making a phone call. How do you get in the top 10? Barney Eastwood. I make a phone call when you're in the top 10. How do you get dropped out of the top 10? You make a phone call. It's simple. Boxing is kind of like losing what it has. But when you train kids and you get it and they get it, no one can change that. You know, boxing needs to be taught for what it is. It's about respect. It's about honour. It's not about what's going on now. It's not about picking your opponents and choosing who you want. It's about fighting the best to become the best. And it's that simple. You know, we need to see boxing back to where it was, where it's not controlled by these, what can I call them now? There's a word for them. Narcissists and the sycophants that follow them. It's kind of sad in boxing, is that. You know, boxers get hurt. Boxers go through a lot of pain. And these sycophants and these narcissists don't ever feel it, but they feed off it. They want it. They feed off it. Anyway, I don't want to rant and rave, because that's not me. I'm in a very good place. I'm teaching my son how to box. I'm going to build a nice stable of fighters who will fight anybody, not these imports. And that's another thing that annoys me with the British Boxing Board of Control. All these shows they put on, why bringing in imports from other countries? Why not have the British fighters fight the British fighters? You know what I mean? That to me is annoying. But that's life. Anyway, I've had a bit of a rant over that. Leeds Ex Boxers Hall of Fame. Thank you very much for the invite. And if you like the vibe, then subscribe. I don't like doing chats like this, but I'll do them. I've done a few talks, done a few interviews on podcasts and that. Anyway, if you like the vibe, then subscribe. Until next time, I'm just chilling out.